Hello, Mama Sweat readers. We are here with Ryan McDowell, CrossFit coach, and Darcy Franklin, CrossFit coach. They're here to show us the Mom in Training workout. Let's get started. Ryan, take it away.
Good. The three exercises that we're going to use in this workout are going to be the squat, push-up, and the deadlift. Those three exercises are very functional for any parent or mother of small children and they help build core strength. First exercise is the squats. Darcy's going to have her hands up parallel or just above. She's going to sit back down on her heels, sitting back down like she's in a chair, keeping your heels on the floor. Chest is going to be up to avoid falling forward. As she stands all the way back up, she's going to drive her weight through balanced feet all the way up, keeping her chest up as she finishes. Same thing as she comes back down. She's going to sit back down as if in a chair, keeping her feet flat on the floor, heels down, standing all the way back up, chest up, keeping a good arch in the low back. She's going to do a few more, quick succession, maintaining that same lumbar support, that good support, and an arch in the back, and heels down, chest is up. We can use the same exercise with a small household object, a small child, or in this case a weighted medicine ball, do the same exact movement. We're still keeping our heels down, good arch in the low back, chest is up. Using any weight object to increase weight, to increase your load, and increase your strength.
And we do 10 of those.
10 of those, then we work out. The next important exercise is the push-up. The push-up to start with this is the modified position. This is the position we start with. You're going to keep head, neck, shoulders, all the way down the knees in one straight line. Going to focus on keeping stability in the small of the back. She's going to draw her belly button back up towards her spine, making herself as rigid as she can. All the way down, pivoting only on the knees, keeping the body all the way up straight as she goes all the way down. Depth is going to be up to you. As you build your strength, you can go a little bit deeper. The next way we can either scale this up or down would be to go up into a full plank position. So Darcy can go out here. This is a little bit more difficult to go all the way down and back up in a full push-up. Or if we need to scale up or scale down accordingly so we make it easier, we can go up to an elevated box. Any elevated platform will work. Same position. If we went all the way up to a countertop or a crib height, that would be a little bit easier. So basically, the further down your hands are, the more difficult the exercise is going to be. The third exercise is the deadlift. Basically, picking something up off the floor. In this case, we're going to use an unusual object to most people. For those of us with small children, a car seat is a very acceptable object. She's going to keep her back flat, heels down the floor, the same way that she did with the squats. As she picks the object up, she's going to drive her hips forward, using her hips to do the work, not her back. Her back is just basically stabilizing her torso and not doing the work. The hips are doing the work. The hips are doing the activity. The movement is very similar to the squat, and the only difference is that with the deadlift, she's picking something up off the ground, you're standing over top of the object, and the squat, you're pushing something up while you're standing under it. So, there's the car seat, weighted medicine ball, a large rock, a large screaming child, which would increase the difficulty. Same idea, she's keeping a good arch into the low back, driving through flat, stable heels. The core exercise that we're going to use after, so we would do 10 minutes of 10 push-ups, or 10 squats, 10 push-ups, and 10 deadlifts, as many as you could in 10 minutes. That's a way for us to gauge your progress. The next exercise is going to be down on forearms and toes, the prone plank. You're going to hold this for 30 seconds, maintaining a flat back. 3 times for 30 seconds, and each week we're going to add 5 seconds.
And do you get extra points if a kid climbs onto your back?
Absolutely. That increases the degree of difficulty, and the Bulgarian judge will award more points. Excellent. So, 3 sets of time prone plank, starting at 30 seconds, adding weight and difficulty. The next one is going to be the kneeling hip flexor stretch. Opening up the hips, really getting the hips to feel like they're working better. Okay? She's going to have her toes tucked up underneath just a little bit. She's going to reach her hand out the same knee that's down. She's going to squeeze her butt, drive it forward slightly, and reach to the sky. 1, 2, 3, relax, repeat. Squeeze the butt, reach to the sky. 1, 2, 3.
And we talked about the importance of stretching the hip flexors in moms because
you're always spent in a lean over position. Whether it's taking care of a small child, whether it's changing diapers, whether it's feeding, whether it's picking up toys afterwards, you're always going to be in this bent over position a lot of the times, okay? A lot of times. So that this is going to help open up the hips, which is going to help make the back feel better, which is going to make the hamstrings actually loosen up and have an overall sense of more free range of motion through the whole midsection. The hip flexor is the muscle that we need to stretch more of because the hamstrings are actually trying to pull against the forward pull of the hip flexors. So usually when people say they have tight hamstrings, more often than not, we need to start with this first rather than trying to stretch out the hamstrings. They're just fighting against the pull of the hip flexors forward. Not to say that this isn't something we need to do, but typically this needs to happen first and foremost. The next stretch is for the upper back. Again, we're spending a lot of time in this hunched over position, not much different than someone who spends all their time on a keyboard. So Darcy's going to lie on her side. She's going to keep her knees together, and she's going to use that hand to keep her knees together.
Trying not to get a butt shot.
She's going to try to drive her shoulder blade to the floor. She's going to come back over. Arm's going to be either straight like this, going to try to touch the whole thing, basically trying to touch the shoulder blade to the floor. As she gets better at this, Darcy needs to do this stretch, she'd come back over. She can only hold the stretches for 3 seconds. When that stretch gets easier, she'll take her arm and bend it at 90 degrees and do the same thing. It increases the difficulty of the stretch, but when one gets easier, then we just basically shorten that lever a little bit.
Got it.
And this one is really important for the upper back. We need to get the upper back to be as mobile as possible. We do lots of things that involve twisting. If we're too tight and through the upper back, we run the risk of, pulling muscles. We get tight neck because everything is being pulled in this hunched forward position. We're meant to function optimally when we're opened up and as tall through our upper back as possible.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Darcy. They know what they're talking about. They're not only CrossFit coaches, they are also parents. Darcy is a mom of 2 boys, and so is Ryan. Thank you both, and thank you for helping our readers. Yeah, get closer together for me, thanks. Get strong and be fit for motherhood.